Hello there, everyone. Yours truly, Jimmy Williams again. I'm back with another informative conference call. I would normally say video. You would see my face, but that's not the case today. We've decided to do this conference call for several reasons. I just partnered with an amazing company and a brand, and you'll meet him in just a moment. His name is Cody, and what he does is he has this awesome container homes / tiny homes program nationwide, and what he's doing is, I think, is pretty spectacular. He's able to, give you guys, top brand, high quality built container homes and tiny homes, and they're manufactured and shipped directly to you, and you're able to walk those properties, actually go and take a look at them on spot if you're in one of his cities, and get a full tour before you buy. So basically, you can try before you buy. So many words, right? And what he's doing is, I think, is pretty different, because a lot of us are now realizing that real estate is going in a different direction. It's a paradigm shift when it comes to how much profit you can make on a container home or a tiny home, as opposed to having a bigger property and you're limited, even with Airbnb. With these, the cash on cash results and profits are way higher. And so if you've been thinking about transitioning, you're going to want to hear what we're doing today. We actually have an affiliate, actually 2 affiliates that are coming on board with us today, and they have clients that are interested in the container homes, and this is going to be a Q&A session. So most of you have been watching me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. I'm better known as the Wisdom Economics Coach. If you're listening to this, take some time and visit me online and subscribe, like, and share, and get the word out to everyone. Having said all that, we're going to get started. So basically what we're going to do, we're going to bring Cody on and let him talk a little bit about what he's doing for just about 2 minutes. And then we're going to have there's 2, both affiliates may have questions to him, so they can make sure that this is the right product for their clients. All right. So, and if you're considering being an affiliate, I'm only looking for about 5 to 7 affiliates. I have about 3 so far, 2 that's on the phone. I have 2 more that's coming along. I'm not looking for everyone. I'm looking for people that are sharp, that have a business mind. You pretty much need to be an entrepreneur already, because you have to be self-motivated to be a really good affiliate. You're basically self-employed, and you have to be self-motivated. And I'll teach you and show you where to go to get good quality leads, and how to, get away from the tire kickers and bring in sales doing this. But it's very tedious. We don't want everyone. We just want people that know what they're doing, because, again, Cody's brand is on the line here. He's a really good guy. Without further ado, Cody, what I'm going to do is I'm going to unmute everyone right now. I'm going to have you come on and just speak for a couple of minutes. But Cody's been at this a long time. He's been an entrepreneur for probably the better half of 10 to 15 years, and he's tried a lot of different businesses and failed. But his container home business has really taken off, and I'm just really impressed with what he's doing. And hopefully you guys will witness us be able to bring someone in today who's going to go back to the buyer and say, hey, this is what we want to do. We want to do this. His website is containerhomecompany.com. However, he's joint ventured with my company. So if you're on this call, you're going to want to reach out to me and my team first to see if we can set up a call to get all your questions answered, just like we are doing on this call. If for any reason we can't answer your calls, then I'll stop what I'm doing to get Cody on the phone directly. Without further ado, his name is Mr. Cody Nguyen, and I should say he loves the Most High as well. Me and him have that in common. He's a preacher, he's a minister, and I really love what he's doing. But Cody, I want to unmute you, sir, and I want you to come on and say hello to everyone, and then I'll just unmute for the other 2 so they can speak and ask you questions, okay? Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me, as always, Jimmy. Appreciate it. Yep, as Jimmy mentioned, just got to reiterate, the biggest opportunity and no-brainer with these units, and the biggest selling proposition for somebody as an affiliate is the fact that there's nothing in the real estate space that has even remotely close to as high of a cash-on-cash return as our units do. Not only not even close, find me one thing that has 50% of the cash-on-cash returns that our units would have. I would be blown away if you can find something that is a repeatable process like our units are. So, yeah, 100% turnkey. They come to you fully built out. You hook it up to utilities, and you start making money off of it. They make $250 to $400 per night, and I could ramble all day about it because I'm passionate about it. But instead, Jimmy, I'll let you kind of take it away, or I can answer any other questions you might want me to.
All right, man. You a heck of a speaker. My wife and I are like, wow, he speaks fast but clear. A lot of clarity when you speak, man.
I appreciate that.
But, yeah. So at this point, I'm just going to unmute Marisol and Makeda. Okay, they're both affiliates, and they have. I think Makeda introduced this to Marisol. Marisol has clients that are interested, and they want to make sure they get all their questions answered. And we'll start there. So you both are unmuted. Welcome, Marisol, and welcome, Makeda. And either one of you can start asking Cody questions, okay?
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us. Yes.
Okay.
I want to thank Jimmy for this opportunity, and Cody as well. We have been on this path for a little while, and unfortunately, I had just started a website, and, I was doing outdoor life and things like that, and then got the idea that I needed to bring on, container homes or mainly tiny homes. And I had applied, and they said they only allow 30% of the applicants to come in. And, Marisol was trying to apply too, and it was kind of crazy. I'm like, so they was like, once you get everything, rolling real well, you can come back. But, it was just, I told Marisol, I said, girl, we got to get in the tiny home business. This is where it's at. I'm out here with all these people, and they're complaining that their houses are going up, and they're paying a double portion of their, taxes and everything is doubling every year. And people are just sick and tired because nobody's retiring anymore, and the economy is going up. And, of course, the homes, inflation, everything is going on. So people are kind of looking for something affordable but still quality. So when Jimmy did a post on Facebook, I had immediately watched the video. Then I contacted him later because I was running. And he didn't know. I didn't tell him I had already watched the video. I was like, Jimmy, you did it. I was saying it to myself. I hadn't yet talked to Jimmy. I'm like, boy, you are on it on this one, And I had watched you, Corey, and everything. I said, this is it. This is real nice. I'm so happy. And so I just wanted to say that this is it. And then according to what you were saying, I was trying to get into Airbnb as well. And then this, as you said, Corey, this quality product. So I'm really, really excited. I hurried up and called Marisol, and she was like, what? Makeda, she can talk fast. She said, like, Makeda. And then she came back. She was like, get them. I got 2 people ready. And she said she had this doctor in Dominican Republic, and he was ready, And I was like, girl, are you serious? I was like, I haven't even talked to him yet, And so we were so excited. And then she came back. She said, oh, I got a second one, too. And so I was like, okay, let me put some pressure on him because I better get him to start talking immediately because I don't want these buyers to go nowhere. Let us, bring these buyers to the table. So that's kind of how this whole thing was birthed. I've known Apostle Jimmy and his beautiful wife, Arlene, for such a long time, And I used to always say, I'm not going to get into real estate. I can't do it, and this and that. But I tell you, when it comes to these tiny homes and the container homes, I'm so subscribed all over YouTube. I've been following builders and different people and for such a long time. And then I decided, hey, I better at least sign up as an affiliate. Let me go on and do this. I'm going to switch my website, and we're going to be marketing all over TikTok, Instagram, everywhere you can think of. I'm going to be pushing this right here. So it's just perfect timing, and I don't care. It's not just for the United States. This is worldwide. My mom is in Israel. She's been there since the 70s. So,
wow.
This is what's up. Container homes, tiny homes, they getting tired. Their economy is warped like ours is. And people are just trying to look for a more affordable way, especially with the way society is. Nobody, is going to stay on their job 30 and 40 years. Nobody's looking to retire like they used to. So it just makes sense. It makes sense. any way, you know, you turn this thing, be it Airbnb, be it just somebody just, you know, want to be in the middle of somewhere. People want to get out the city. Everybody knows something going to hit at some point. And, you know, it's just the way, you know, and I've been on this path a couple of years, believe it or not. And, you know, just trying to find the right people to come to the table to make it all come together like a puzzle. So I'm just excited. I'm excited to work with you, Corey. I'm excited to work with you, my friend and brother, Jimmy, and his beautiful wife, Arlene. I'm just excited. So I just, you know, this is kind of how we got here.
Fantastic. Hey, thanks for saying that. And you know, you're right. We've been knowing each other a long time. And I told you guys, when I find something that has quality and it's really going to work, then I would connect with that person. And you guys know I don't put my name on anything, but I did some research on Cody. Cody, you said Corey, but and I call him Corey too. So Corey, Cody, sorry for getting it wrong.
Corey, right.
But he's the real deal. So we really want him to really kind of educate us on what this is. So when you guys go back to your clients, it'll be easy. So having said that, we'll let Marisol come on now and start asking her questions. Is that okay? Okay.
For sure. Like, I looking into tiny homes for a very, very long time. Not only am I looking forward to moving to the countryside and one of those little tiny homes or container homes, you know, I also come from a community of people that think about going back, you know, to the countryside, buying homes, but, you know, they don't want to do expensive homes because then, you know, where are you going to get all that money from? But the container homes is much more affordable, you know, than just doing a traditional home with cinder blocks and all this other stuff. So it makes perfect sense. And I was just with one of my boyfriend's friends that he is like an orthopedic surgeon and all this other stuff, and they're talking about it. They're talking exactly about that. You know, he wants to buy a country home and all this other stuff, but he's looking into container homes. I said, oh, wow. I said, I didn't know you was into that. He said, yes, they're so beautiful and all this other stuff. So I sent him a whole bunch of presentations from YouTube. He was like, you see? Oh my God, this is what I want. I'm like, oh, so many companies in the U.S. that do that. He said, like, really? I said, yeah, they don't have companies out there that do that. He said, no. Who does that here? I said, well, you know what? Let me look into it. So then I'm asking Makeda, because I know Makeda knows a little bit about everything. It's like, oh, my God, I just saw somebody that does that type of stuff, tiny homes, container homes. I'm like, great. So, you know, I said, connect me to them, you know, because these people, you got to catch people while they're hot. You know, so that's the topic of these people. They want to buy these homes that they can retire, that they can go, you know, on the weekends and whatever. You know, they got money. So I found the right people just in the nick of time and the right time, you know. So I am very glad that, you know, that I found your company. I know it's a reputable company. I know that you guys know what you're doing. So it's quality, you know, material, quality building. And that's the most important thing, you know, there's an ethical quality company. Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. Awesome.
So
last time, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. No, I want to ask, being on what Marisol was saying, like her people originally from Dominican, but she's been in the United States forever almost. And
it's just my family that's from
Okay. And my mom has been in Israel, and they're looking for things like that over there. So would this company at some point go international? If somebody wants to buy international, like in Israel or something, will we be able to? Because once I get everything up and going, I'm going to have, you know, marketing and people. We know a lot of people in Israel because a lot of them are from the Hebrew Israelite community, and we grew up with them and all that. So would we be able to? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I just said okay. And that'll be a question for Cody. Go ahead, Cody.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we already do everything internationally. If we could ship anywhere, as long as there's a port there for us to ship it to, and as long as there's, no municipal guidelines that would restrict us from doing so, then yes, we could do that today. We already do places in Central and South America. That's fairly common for us to be able to do, and currently working out a deal where we're going to be working with a gentleman in Ireland as well, where he's going to have these units where he's at, so that he can become, a partner of ours as well up there.
Okay.
Okay. That makes it. That's even better for us.
Exactly what we was looking. Somebody that could ship outside the country. I mean, not that we're not going to get people here, of course.
But, yeah, of course we're going to push it here, but we just saying we're kind of like international people. Marisol, has her connections in Dominican, and I have a lot of people who go back and forth between Israel, and then of course people in Africa and all over. So, so it's good to know that we can make that happen.
Okay. I guess the major question is, so you have a buyers right now, and they're living you have a buyer in Dominican Republic, and he's looking to buy and have it shipped there. Is that what's going on here?
That is correct. I have somebody that is totally interested, in one of those homes, container homes, and I was wondering, do you happen to have like any presentations that I can show them? Because that, once they look at it and they can visualize it and say, I want it this way, that way, that looks big, they'll be ready to buy, because he was like, he's been a surgeon for many, many years, and he's looking to retire, and he also has, like land that he wants to put a house on it. And I was like, listen, I can get your company that'll do that for you. He said, oh my God, find out, please.
So Cody, that's a question for you then.
Yeah, absolutely. When it comes to there's nothing that stops us from doing anything in the Dominican Republic at all. Again, as long as they've got a port, we can get everything to there, and we can do it fairly quickly as well if that's something that they're wanting, is sooner than later. In regards to the material, you're looking at somewhere on our website would be the best way to do it, because that's going to have a PDF breakdown of all the materials used, everything from permitting to foundations that needs to go on, utility hookups, as well as all the pictures of all of the different units that we have for sale as well.
Okay, beautiful. That's what I'll do then. We'll direct them to your website so they can see what type of houses are available, how they're made, what kind of materials are used, so they can, make up their mind. And, and see also what they want, how much they want to spend. That's the most important thing, how much they want to spend. Definitely. Good. Yep.
And it's also good for us as well, because the material tells the story. When they see you all on the site doing it and everything, it just shows the authenticity of the project, and they say, this is genuine, and that's what we want. We want them to see you all on the site doing it, and tours or whatever you have that we can push on the social medias or our sites or whatever, to get people to buy it. They say, this is real, because they on the site doing it, making it happen. So it really helps. Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, no, and I'm sure that you guys customize also, right? Like, depending on what the person is looking for, which is a great thing, because when people can visualize their home, they are more enticed to buy it, because they can say, I can do whatever, put it here, put it there, put it square, and that really motivates people too. They can have a unique looking home, that is to their taste, which is pretty great. Yeah.
Awesome.
Corey, is it customizable, or is it just picking from the units that you have as the models or whatever? How is that?
Very minimal customization. Simple cosmetic changes, color of the exterior, things like that, we can do fairly easily. But yes, any sort of large cosmetic changes or structural changes to shape, size, interior material, things like that, no, those things cannot be changed at all. Our goal is, that we already have built units that we know are going to provide people, the highest cash on cash returns when it comes to using it for short-term rentals. And we have a general idea that, the look and style that we have are the ones that people have enjoyed in the past. So we pretty much just stick with what we do, because if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
You know what? I understand you 1,000%, because there was an African-American who went to Ghana. I was just watching this video last week. he's a builder. He built a huge house over here. He went to Ghana. He built a house, and these are dirt homes. So he went from the dirt bags. His original house was dirt bags, but then he went to the dirt bricks because the bags are just too heavy and it's too much. So he went to the dirt bricks, and he was showcasing these houses. And he said customization he do not do, because most people, they think that they want their house customized and they don't know nothing about building a house, So he said it depends on where in the world. If you're going to build a house over there, it's different than building the houses over here, because we have our systems, they don't, so it's a little bit more difficult over there. And he doesn't do, he just, like you said, he changed the color. He only has two colors, the earth color and then like a deep cedar wood type, of wood between those two, but he doesn't do customization is basically what it is. And he has people paying 50% of the house over a 3-year period. He'll build them their house in 3 years. They getting the house at 50% discount, and things like that. He has different packages and so on and so forth. But that's how he got the money initially to be able to do it. He got the home buyers to front the money by putting 50% down, and he would build over a 3-year period. And it blew up. So, that was some ideas. So I understand what you mean about customizing, because he doesn't do it either.
I think I've seen that too. I think I saw that on YouTube.
If it was me, I would do the same. I would just say, hey, these are my models, and, I know that they work. I know people like it, and, just take, from this, because if you get any of these models, you're going to be happy with it, So
fantastic. I think I did see that. I want to ask this question too. Well, Arlene had a question. My wife's in the background. Warranties. Is there any warranty on the properties, on the houses as well, Cody?
Yep. Every unit's going to have a 10-year structural warranty.
Okay, great. 10-year structural warranty. That's good news. But along the lines of what McKay was talking about, let's go into financing really quick. So, what kind of financing? And I think you told me already, but I want them to hear this. If someone wanted to do this, and let's say they want to finance it, could we do 50% down, and how would that work if we could do that?
Yep, 50% down, 50% over 48 months at 10% would be the terms for if somebody wanted to purchase a unit and get at least a portion of it financed.
Gotcha. So if it was $100,000, they'd have to put $50,000 deposit down, pay it over the next 4 years, basically, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right. That's good. That's good. I do have in-house financing as well. If you have fantastic credit, I do have because I've been doing this a while. When people come to me for financial other services, they want their credit repaired, or they want to buy a corporation and build it out for business funding or something. I charge like 10 or 15 grand for that. But if they have a really good score, or if they have a really good FICO, because you can have a good score, but the FICO's not real balanced. So you can have a 700 score, but have things on it, and that will prevent you from getting 30 or 40,000. But I've seen people, click on my link and go in there, and their credit's strong. They've been paying on their house for 15 years, and they have like a 640 score, but they get $30,000. So we do have programs like that where you just click on the link, and it does a soft pull. Okay, so it's not going to hurt your credit, and we'll know. And basically, there's third parties that actually give you the funding. My company doesn't do the funding. I partner with other companies, and those are high interest rates. So basically, they would say, okay, McKay, you qualify for $35,000 at 12% or 15% interest. The interest is pretty high on these kind of loans, but they will wire you those funds within 48 to 72 hours. They may call you or ask you for additional documentation. Sometimes they ask you for nothing. But if you really want to do this, that's one of the ways you can do it. You can get the funding. When the money comes to you, then we would invoice you the 50%. Cody would do that or whatever, and you would pay him, and they would get the ball rolling. Okay?
Oh. Okay, that's good to know.
Okay. Right.
And just so you know, Jimmy, I'll only be able to stay on a few more minutes because I got to hop to my next meeting here shortly.
Same here. I got to go as well. I wanted to keep this for 30 minutes, so we're right on schedule. Ladies, any other questions for us?
I think that was
okay. Right to you. Yes.
That's it. Okay. All right. Well, we can always do a second call. if you want to go back to the client and visit the website, I'll send you guys a link to his site so you can see everything and go back to the client and get all that information. If you need to speak to me directly about anything else with what we talked about, discussed, I will be happy to get back to you, okay?
I
For
don't
sure.
think the financing is not international, of course. That's the U.S., correct? Because how you going to be able to keep up with somebody overseas trying to do a financing?
Yeah,
Well,
Yeah, if you're referring to
financing,
us in-house, that would be correct. Yeah, we can't finance somebody overseas.
Of course.
exactly.
Will be cash.
My apologies. That's correct. Correct.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
However, if you want to do a conference call, or not a conference call, you want to do a webinar like a Zoom with someone in another country, we can do that, right? International, we can do
Sure.
Zoom, so I can see them. We can see them face to face and build that rapport. Of course, because when they're paying that kind of money, we want them to be very comfortable with that. All right, so that can be arranged. All right.
Okay.
Okay, that sounds good. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Then I will
Okay.
have to translate, but be okay.
All
Not
right,
a problem.
all right. Okay. Well, you guys
Thank
have
you.
a wonderful day, and
Thank
as I always
you.
say, all right. And Tony, thanks again for that wonderful presentation, sir. We will be in touch, and as I always say, I'll see you guys at the top or on the next video or recording. Okay. Peace and blessings.
Yep.
Bye.
Thanks.
Thank you. We appreciate the two of you.
You got
We
it. Bye.
appreciate you all. Thank you.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.